The Ubuntu Symposium, I don't need to tell this audience, has been the most ambitious collective activity embarked on as a global alliance for transforming patriarchal masculinities and really doing the important work of engaging men and boys for gender justice and human rights. Let's go to our colleagues in Rwanda who have come together in a hub in Kigali. And I would love for you to give a round of applause for Ms. Taina Ange Ndizeye. Taina, you've got the floor.
What a wonderful afternoon in Kigali. Ladies and gentlemen, as she mentioned, my name is Taina Ndizeye, and I'm the moderator from Rwanda. I'm very grateful to be here today. And as you said, we are going to take a quick snap of the room and say hello, send our warm greetings and love from Kigali. Hey. Hey, hello. It's been a wonderful journey, and we are very excited about the conversations and discussions that will take place today.
The shift from the in-person event to the virtual one was quite a challenging process, but also a very good learning session that is going to help us improve the work that we do in our respective organizations from now on, I believe.
The past 7 and almost 8 months, despite the challenges brought by this COVID-19 pandemic, we demonstrated that effective, large-scale global cooperation and collaboration is possible and alive. As government, civil society actors, development partners, experts, and activists working in the human rights and social justice area, we were able to come together for months, share so much knowledge and best practices, and draw a joint call for action. A strong declaration that can help transform the lives of people if we all commit to realizing the actions that we are advocating for.
We have to continue to influence practices on the people who believe that I am because you are.
We need to work together, join efforts, join hands. Together, we can transform power.
Gender equality and women's empowerment is critical for social, cultural, economic development processes. Equipping men and women, boys and girls with necessary knowledge and skills is the right path to achieve sustainable development. We believe that actively engaging men and challenging traditional masculinities will lead to lasting behavioral change and will help to break the cycle of GBV, as well as contribute to gender equality.
For these women, culture is a driving force that allows them to emerge from the devastation of the genocide and to create a new future. Without further ado, Ngomancha.
Was very inspirational, very inspirational, Ngomantia. And Bruce, you know, it really helped to have you give us such a rich and poignant history, because when you hear music, it is the stirring sounds that could make you move and tap your feet. but the history behind it is just as relevant to our themes today. If we are going to reverse the impact or erase the existence of violent masculinities, division, prejudice in our societies, then I do think that Rwanda's experience and transcending that political violence is apt at this point, and reminding us once again of how the women of the nation actually held the nation together. So thank you so very much, Ngomansha.
It was during one of our planning sessions in Rwanda that Alistair Collins, one of our members from Guyana in the Caribbean region, sparked the idea that this symposium should take on the philosophy of Ubuntu at its core, as its core theme. This was appreciated and accepted by everyone in the room, and it was then agreed by all to name this third symposium the Ubuntu Symposium. It is only fitting that Africa anchors our symposium, where the concept of Ubuntu was born, where it is so real and alive. I am because you are. We must never forget that principle in the work we do, to keep alive our connection as human beings and our common goal of working towards the transformation of power and the promotion of equity, belonging, safety, and inclusion for all.
Our interest is to see a better world, and we believe that a better world is possible. As we are going to be engaging in the generation equality processes, we are committed as MenEngage to make our own commitments in advancing that cause, because we think the world cannot afford to have women being left behind, either in terms of pay, equal pay for equal work, or in terms of care work. We're committed to continue to mobilize and push men to take responsibility in ensuring that we share in the care work and provide the necessary support to our partners, to our children in the home space, so that what we say we believe in the public space is also what we do in our own homes. Change must start with us, and we believe that change has begun. It just needs to grow, as we say in South Africa, make the circle bigger so that it influences everyone in the world.
What one word would you use to describe your overall experience of the Ubuntu Symposium? The answers will appear on screen, and I will read them as the cloud is populated. Wow, they're all coming in. Inspired, that was my word, inspirational. Accountability, togetherness, rejuvenating. Oh, how is this for a powerful word? I saw a word called deconstruction. Because this is so pivotal. There's a lot that we need to unlearn even as we learn. But part of unlearning and learning is to deconstruct concepts and case studies and what we have regarded for many years as normative practices and disrupt and challenge those. I really love that. Transformative, diverse, the word diversity, overused without meaning in some instances, but I think that MenEngage is the perfect case study for diversity.
I have been truly blown away by the consistent quality of this symposium, the thought, the consideration put into each event to ensure that it had maximum impact. And it really embraced what Ubuntu meant and really showed us ways that, even though we're oceans apart, we're in this together.
Ubuntu, no yo soy si tú eres, ¿no? Y creo que eso es bien importante. Dentro de las culturas de mi país, tiene una palabra que es la reciprocidad, ¿no? Que es algo que, bueno, pues espero que compartamos todos juntos y podamos construir un mundo mejor para todos.
Sometimes I have been drying my tears. I find it so moving to hear all of you talking, especially because I'm old enough to be your grandfather in many cases. So reproductive rights are vital and life-saving, and engaging men in those rights, men who benefit as women do from reproductive rights and health, is key to women's freedom and privacy. And perhaps that's true more than in any other aspect of gender relations.
When I was battling in my hospital bed, battling COVID, I never fail to tune in and be part of the discussion. So thank you for being there. And I've also gained so much in that I've taken a course in masculinity and militarism since then. And I've also just conducted a training in inner work, especially inspired from that session with Kamla and her team. That was fantastic.
Buenos días desde Medellín, Colombia. Para mí, en representación de la Mesa Nacional de Masculinidades, de todo el Grupo de Colombia, quiero decirles de que a mí me queda, Ubuntu me enseñó de que no hay barreras para lograrlo. Hemos reunido gente de tantas partes del mundo, 159 países. Me deja la enseñanza que en Colombia podemos salir adelante, que no hay barreras de distancia, nuestro país es grande y ya entendí que podemos lograr comunicarnos. Y también Ubuntu me deja que si yo cambio, tú cambias.
I think my biggest takeaway from this is that it takes more than one person, it takes more than one organization for the gender equality to be promoted and to be achieved. And as we've seen now is that we all keep in touch, we all keep working towards this goal. And if we all put our energies together and we all put our minds and our will together, this will be achieved on a global level. Thank you.
In order to develop the Ubuntu Declaration and call to action, there's a whole host of members and partners working around the clock for 3 months to finalize the document. 72 participants, how impressive is that? 6 regions plus 51 countries. Working group and editorial group, over 100 technical inputs, 13 drafting calls over 3 months. That's a lot of work. And wait for this, what you're going to hear or read today is not where it began, it's how it ended, because there were eight versions of the declaration, I kid you not. So again, we appreciate everyone's contribution towards this collective process.
duhurijwe hamwe munsi y'ibendera ridasanzwe ryitwa ubuntu, ndi uko uri, twizeye ubumwe rusange bw'ubufatanye no guhuza abantu bose n'isi yose, ndetse n'icyifuzo cyo kubaka amatsinda ahuriye hamwe ngo atugeze ahazaza heza. Ijambo ubuntu rikunze gukoreshwa nk'imitekerereze igaragaza imyizerere, ugusangira ubumwe rusange buhuza abantu bose. Ubu buhanga turabwubaha kandi dushaka kubwubakiraho, tuzirikana cyane inkomoko yabwo, imizi, imigenzo n'ibitekerezo nyobozi bikomoka ku mugabane wa Afurika. Duha agaciro ubudasa buri hagati yacu kandi tukishimira ubukire bw'uturere dutandukanye, amateka n'imiterere y'aho dukomoka. Tuzirikana kandi twubakira ku mbaraga z'ubudasa nyamara ziduhuje z'ibitekerezo, kandi tukubaha urwunge rw'ibyo twemera n'ibituranga.
On behalf of Rwamrek, which has been the organizer of the symposium at the level of Rwanda, I would like to take this opportunity to also say thank you. And I would like to start with the members of the Rwanda MenEngage network. So we have here members of the Rwamnet who are with us. Can I ask everyone to stand up? Members of Rwamnet, please stand up. Yes. Thank you very much, members of Rwamnet. You have done a lot of things, and without you, we could have not done this. So all these members from Ador to Afro, there are 29 members of Rwanda MenEngage network, which have played a big role in organizing the symposium at the level of Rwanda. From February 2020 up to now, they have done tremendous work. So thank you very, very much.
Lakshman and I will fulfill the role to do kind of the final thank yous before we really wrap up the symposium with the last exciting and energetic part of the program. But I think, as many people have said already today and over the past months, it really feels like this has been an unprecedented collective process for MenEngage Alliance, and with the membership and more broadly with partners and many others interested in doing deep, gender transformative, intersectional, feminist informed work on engaging men and boys and transforming patriarchal masculinities. And just having been able to do this collectively has been so inspiring. We think that the symposium has really brought a shift in the discussion and in the frame from Rio to Delhi and the journey we've walked over the last few months. And it's only deepened our commitments.
Also, a huge gratitude to all those without whom it would not have been absolutely possible at all. The symposium organizers, the session organizers, the speakers, the membership, the regional coordinators who were able to mobilize across your regions, across your countries, and the leadership, the regional and country networks that we have done local organizing through which we were able to have over 170 global sessions and many more at the country and regional level that brought together over 5,000 participants around the world with voices and hearing from 600 plus speakers over the period of 7 months. And all of this contributed into the declaration, the strong commitment that we have in front to be able to achieve this.
We know we have so much work ahead of us, but we know also that we are in it together. And speaking from the heart, we are so incredibly grateful to be part of this community. Thank you.
Gracias.
Merci.
Shukran.
Dankjewel.
Dhanyavad. And Asante Sana.
We have a song created specifically and especially for the Ubuntu Symposium, written by Kamla Basin, music developed by Ingo Mancha. We heard from them when we started in Rwanda. We heard that very poignant and moving history around how they came about. Now, how's this for being global citizens and being inclusive? The singing is in Spanish by Cecilia Irina Nayas Gonzalez. And we want you at this point to do whatever it is you need to do. Stretch your legs, dance a little, clap your song, clap your hands, hum, beat your table, whatever it is. We're inviting you to join with us in the dance and sing along. This is the special Ubuntu song.
We are because you are because we are. Of everything we are part, no one is apart. We are because you are because we are. Of everything we are part, no one is apart.
supérieur et personne n'est inférieur.